So I've been thinking a bit on how life works, how the world works, and what's been happening in history and all that business. And something that's I think has become clear to me is that life seems to be about taking care and nurturing, supporting women in order to produce children so that life can continue. It does seem like the entire world is focused on women and children far more than on men. And I think it's strange and it's inexplicable how society has grown to expect men to be somehow the leaders or in charge or more capable than women and more dominant in society. But I think that this is a very wrong way of looking at how the world works. Um, it seems to me that society is very much focused on the welfare of women and then children as well. But it seems that a focus on women is what society is structured to support. It's what it's all about. And men are more like functionaries, useful tools to achieve certain things that need to be done. Men are more like, what's the word? Just utilities. They're like workers that just do things that need to be done. And everything seems to be focused on support and care and welfare of women. Because women make it all happen. Women make life possible and produce more life. And so it does seem to be the case that women are regarded and seem to be the main event in life. And everything is structured to support and nurture women. And men are very much more like tools to enable society to function. So men do things, whereas women don't need to do things as much. They can just be and produce children. They don't need to do stuff in the same way as men. For a man to be useful and worthwhile and a great addition to society, he has to do something useful and worthwhile, some kind of activity to support society. Then he's regarded in a positive way. Otherwise, he's regarded as just a burden. Whereas women don't have that pressure to do things like learn a profession or whatever. The mere fact of her womanhood seems to give her value and credibility, and she fulfills her role simply by being. Whereas men need to do something in order to be considered valuable. Women definitely don't have that pressure to do things in the world to be valuable. They're considered valuable simply by virtue of being a woman. It is strange how the world works and how society has grown to view men as somehow in charge, and the concept that men are unfair towards women, or society is structured to be unfair towards women. But I think the opposite is the case. Society is very much structured around women to support women, to make the lives of women as good as they can be. Men are very much secondary in support roles rather than any concept of male leadership or whatever. I think we've gone very wrong in our view of how men and women relate and how society is structured. It seems to be the case that women are the main event and everything is structured around the needs of women and children also, obviously. But men are very much disregarded in terms of their welfare or whatever. Men just need to do in order to be valuable in society. Whereas women just need to be. It's interesting how society is structured and how our view of society, I think, is largely mistaken.